Welcome, travelers of the internet, to Brahim Record, and this is your host, Master Varko, playing Foundation. It's a lovely little early access game, and the reason why I want to show it off is because they've been at it for, man, over 4 years. Man, they've been doing this forever, and on the roadmap thing they got, there's actually an end in sight, and they've been getting better and better and better. There's tons of modding support. They just make it super easy to get mods. You know, browsing, my goodness, you can just get all kinds of mods. Go for all kinds of different things. Make it really difficult on yourself, or you can make it super easy on yourself. The game itself isn't super difficult. I mean, it can be a bit slow at times if you're trying to get certain challenges done or something. But the map generators finally worked out. You could still make it horrible to be on, or you could just go with one of the original maps that they have. So some beautiful, nice little spots here and there, all kinds of stuff like that. But let us create a map here. Let's go for a fluvial. Let's get a little bit of river. We want a lake. We'll have a little bit of lake, and you can already see kind of like what the map will look like. Don't like having any slope at all. We'll have a few hills. Yeah. We want cliffs. We'll have a little bit of cliff. A little bit of promontory. In case you don't know what a promontory is, I don't know either. I kind of want the lake to be a bit square. It's roughly got the shape that I want, but I want the lake elsewhere. I want it more centrally located or something. Come on. You're so close. Keep going through this for a bit. There we go. Something like that. That's a nice big flat area where we could start a village. No mods currently, so this is base game as of, you know, this update, I guess. Now, I don't need tutorials because I'm already a professional at this game. So, right. There's that lake I saw. Now, you gotta select a territory to start in. It's free for your first territory. But essentially, you want to have... It will only allow you to select one that has all the resources you need. But you do want some open territory. You're going to have stone. You're going to have berries. And you would want wood around. But I don't know if you absolutely need it. But I do recommend it. So this is a bit more forested region. And we can clear out this and begin establishing neighborhoods throughout here, stuff like that. I want to eventually expand out to that lake so we can get fishing on both sides. Because that river, he's looking kind of weak. Or we can establish here and immediately have fishing available. And maybe expand out this way, get some boar hunting, and maybe get this little hill there. So we can get some mining. That seems like the best option. Because from here, we'll have to go a lot farther to get some mining. Or maybe do we want to establish ourselves over here? Well, that's a terrible strip of land. This is just how the random map generator works. On the original maps, you have hexes you buy. Which is a little bit more convenient. Yeah, I think this is the best spot right here. So let's buy that, and immediately we can buy just another... Oh, no, we can't. Not yet, anyways. So you always start with a village center. It's just a stack of crates right now. It'll become something much, much more soon. I think we want to be somewhere over here. Right. Immediately pause it, because all of our people are here. They're in here. And these lovely sausages here, they are our workforce, our serfs. And we can name them. This guy can be named, you know, uh, Billy Bob. And this Baldy over here. I want this guy right here. There we go. Bernier. No, no, no. Bernier's a terrible name. You shall be Hugh Janus. There we go. And then you backspace to close all these tabs. This is a game with a lot of windows to operate. So you immediately want to start out Builder's Workshop. Absolutely must have it. And I like to have it around the central area. That's where they're going to be pulling resources for now. Starting out, build a gathering hut there. We only need one for right now. And need a lumber camp right in here in this area. We're going to tell them, we're going to paint them an extraction zone. Essentially, you paint this everywhere, right? And this will tell your berry gatherers, your stone gatherers, your wood gatherers, where is it okay to extract stuff. Now, mostly I want to save this stuff for later, because I want all these trees gone and out of here, right? I can now buy a free territory, so let's buy that free territory. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, do we instead want a lumber area here? Because that would be a little bit closer to the village, and we can leave all of that for hunting. I think that's what we want to do. Where's this one? Where's this plan? There it is. Took me a bit to find it, but I found it. We don't need that. And within here, we also want to build a forester, so we can reforest the place. And a sawmill, so we can start stocking planks. Take out the trees here on the beach line. Okay. Leave these trees be. We essentially want this to be a big reforestation zone. We don't need it that big, but you know, that's a reasonable size there. Now, telling them to extract in this way is a little less efficient, because essentially workers gotta go from their home, get a drink and food, and then go to work, and then walk all the way down here and chop down a tree, or all the way over here and chop down a tree, and then bring it back to work, and then they want to go home. You know, stuff like that. So it's a little less efficient, but if you're patient, it's no big problem at all. We want to build a stone cutter right over here. You may notice this red circle. The red circle decreases the happiness value in this area, so people don't want to live in that area. And you can see that with the desirability. You can see that's really low desirability over there and there. But there are ways to increase desirability in case you just have to tell people, hey, you gotta live next to them. So you like this. It's green. People like to live around wells. We'll build another one down here. Just to have it nice and accessible for everyone. We want to build a granary for that berry gatherer. We're almost done here. We'll build a market. For berries. People also want a church. They like the church because it provides them a place to go and pray and stuff like that, you know? So as of right now, we'll build that right in town square. You can sort of adjust things if you want. If you want things to be higher, stuff like that, you can kind of move things around. You can bring things up. Now, it does increase the materials needed to build stuff. So, I kind of like a bit of a taller church and a taller bell tower, because it looks nicer that way. Looks like a more imposing structure. So the door right there. A little bit further back away from that town square. Essentially, this is where people will gather. They don't have homes or something. Get that building. We don't really need a manor house just yet. Is there anything else? I think we're pretty much set to start. Let us establish a residential zone. We want residences all throughout this area, right? Maybe not in the water. And maybe not on the beach directly. But that should be plenty of space for people to build their homes. And you can also tiny up the brush if you want to do a bit of touch up. Yeah. Really like how seamless this game is. Like, I understand a lot of people like that grid feel to it, to their games, but me, I personally don't. And you can set yourself all kinds of aspirations and achievements if you want. I've pretty much completed them all. The only one I haven't completed is dedicated to the kingdom hard. And then just because I haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll do it on this one. You guys probably won't see it, though. But yeah, we're ready to just get established. Start building. And you'll see, they just automatically build their own houses. You don't have to build houses for them. They automatically do that themselves. Keep on pressing escape to close all windows when the hotkey is backspace. Which, you know, my bad for not knowing how to play the game. You notice they're a bit slow. The builders, they gotta build a plan, see? Now they gotta go gather resources. Some things I do need to do is tell them, because I've told them to go around and like build all this stuff, but I haven't prioritized stuff. Which, lumber camp, absolutely necessary. Gathering hut, absolutely necessary. So, get that stuff done first, people. And you could speed up the game if you want to watch your little ants run around faster. Yeah, they immediately put 30 wood into the rustic church. People are getting their houses established here and there. We got a gathering hut. We can put some workers in there. Now, they're just going to be able to gather berries and just stockpile, but we're not actually going to be able to feed anybody. For that, we need to get that granary built. We also need that stone cutter built. Because stone is a necessary. So I need to prioritize that. And we already got newcomers coming in. More people. Now we have 3 homeless. Or unemployed. Everyone's homeless at this point. But that's okay. We got our first little house built. They do have more designs than just this, but you can see a little basic chimney and a thatch roof. The thatch looks of appropriate thickness and all that. They got no door, but just a shadow. But, you know, it works for them. So who am I going to tell them to do that? They're doing things wrong. And another enjoyable part of this game is just sitting back and watching everything, all the progress going. As you can probably see right now, my wood production hasn't exactly skyrocketed because, once again, we haven't exactly told this to be our extraction point. So they're going around to all these other trees that are in the extraction point to gather them. And that's causing them to slow down by quite a bit. Some interesting things to know about this, though, is that they will level up. Like little Ismay here, who's now going to be named... Oh, goodness, what's a good name? Buttercup here. Buttercup here is a level 1 woodcutter, as you can tell. Now, they are absolutely upset in every regard. They don't have a well to visit to get water. They don't have any sources of food, and they want 2 sources of food at least. So, you know, berries, fish, bread, cheese, meat. Bread and cheese is like way down the line, though. They don't have any comfort, which is, you know, a house, essentially. You know, some people have houses, but she's one among them that doesn't have a house built. Her house is right here. And it's not built. She hasn't been to a church to pray or anything, so she's just really upset right now. But overall, we'll get there eventually. Things are just a bit more slower to progress in the early beginnings of the game. As you can see, this structure isn't quite done, but we can assign somebody to it and assign a resource of berries. Essentially, the workplace itself is complete, but the tent itself is not, which the guy can work, which I love that the game does that you can build extra things on later if you want. So if you grab this, you go to this market stall court, and you want to build on a tent, you can build it on later. And there's other decorations you can get to add onto the tent. All of it requires resources, obviously, but it's so cool that that's a thing. We only really need one berry, one transport, because all they got to do is grab berries from here, deliver it here to the granary, and then the merchant will go from their post to the granary, grab berries for free, and then sell it to people for a profit. Which sounds a bit like a scam to me, but nobody complains about it, so I'm not going to complain about it either. Now, some things we can do while we wait. We can look at technologies, and we got 4 technology trees. Oh yeah, we forgot to name village in our lord. The village, this will be good old Mawvin's Boig. Come on down to Mawvin's Boig, I say. Mawvin's Boig, and it'll be a lady. Lady Mawvin. Give him a Mawvin. There we go. Lady Mawvin of Marvin's Boig. It's starting out quite small, but, you know, peaceful. We don't have problems. We don't have neighbors. We don't have nothing. But we're happy. That's all that matters, despite everyone being upset about everything. But anyways, technology. We got 3. The common, or 4. The common path is always accessible to you, and as you grow in prosperity, as you get more wealth, territory, all that whatnot, trade, even beautification, just by adding decorations to your village, you get beautification points, which just adds to your prosperity. And that will essentially level you up throughout the game, and you get new technologies. We get to start out with some stuff like warehouse. We want that, and right now I think fishing would be the nice choice for now. Though we could just grab both and start stocking on both meat and fish. The reason why I didn't want to do meat is because we don't got that much forest here for a hunting ground. But the other trees are, you know, of the labor estate, the kingdom estate, and the clergy estate. And as you progress through the game, you got to level up at least once, prosperity 10. You can get all kinds of decorations that will be of labor influence, and kingdom influence, and clergy influence, and you can build a monastery where you can like be super religious, and your monks can have their own farms, their own dorms, all that whatnot, and supply you with some luxury resources later on, like honey and wax and herbs. And kingdom is all about military. If you want to just go out and plunder resources from everyone else, you want to go kingdom. And labor is mostly just focused on bettering yourself and taxing the peasants. Lots and lots of taxes in here. That way you can make lots and lots of money. We'll be making money later. Because in order to make money, we need a warehouse. And warehouse is a great little thing for storing your lumber, your stone, and eventually planks whenever we get a sawmill built. And from the warehouse, we can then distribute, we can settle or establish trade routes with other people, other towns. In the resources tab, we'll need 20 planks to unlock the first trade route. And we could sell them excess berries or excess meat if we wanted to, or planks. We're not making polished stone yet, but we could also buy things from them because we can't produce tools, and we need tools for building certain work sites. I don't think we really need anything else. If we wanted to get some commoners, we need to get some drink and taverns established. So berry brew might be useful to buy from them. But there's other trade routes to establish as we level up. But we got the warehouse building. Let's start building some fishers. Now, fishers used to suck in the game, but they fixed them, thankfully. I think like 2 will keep us well stocked. And that'll be only 2 population to get all that fish. But used to, you'd have to like line up this entire beachfront with fishers, and you'd still be so under demand. It'd be such a high demand for such a low supply. So, thank goodness they fixed that. Fish are a far more reliable resource. Berries don't really like dry up. They have cycles where like if we had like 2 berry gathering huts here and like 6 workers, they will dry up, but they'll grow back within like a month, I think. I think they cycle on a month. So like that's almost an infinite source of berries there. We don't have to worry. And it's the same with the fish. That's almost an infinite source of fish. I believe they also cycle. As far as boar, that's what you got to deal with. So you see, here in this small forest that we can access right now, we got, I don't think that one's quite in our territory. No, it's not. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 boars. And each one of those boars will produce 5 meat. So that's 20 meat. Not enough. We need another territory expansion to want to try boar hunting. In which case, we would then have a good number of boars to work with. So I think we need to actually tell the woodcutters to start chopping trees in this circle. We still don't have the forester built yet, so That might be a terrible idea. Where is he? There he is. We need that forester built. Once we get that built, then I'll decide we can start extracting wood from that area. We got some more people strolling on in. We don't really need more stone cutters, do we? We might. I don't see us having a huge demand in the future for it, though. Because that's almost got all of its stone. This has all of its stone. Forester doesn't need stone. Church has all its stone. Yeah, I just don't see a large demand for it. Does the butcher need a stone? Just the butchery, not the hunters. Well, while we're at it, since they have all the tools, and we still have some tools in excess, let's build ourselves an administrative building. The Manor House. We build them right next to the berries. The sweet, succulent scents of the berries to draft up to the window of whoever may live here or work here, I guess. It's going to be a great hall. Let's plonk down. Let's sort of border that, but not bump into it. And in fact, we could go a lot closer. We could just build on top of it if we wanted to. We kind of want to border it like that. And we want to push it back a little bit because this door is going to snap on like that. So we don't want to interfere with our pathing, unless we do. I want a bigger house? I don't think I do. Not that big anyways. And that's a nice great hall area. And we'll build a little tower right over here on this side. Plonk it down. Now, I can't quite build it like a bay window. At least not the way I would want to, because the roof. Because if you know anything about construction, that is something you do not want. Where you got water just running right into the wall there. That's terrible. Especially if you got a window there. As some newcomers. So this tower is going to have to just be extended. Be a bit taller. Now, that's a little more acceptable. But still, this is a flat running into a flat. Where you got to get water just pooling up there. So, in my head, we gotta go up. You don't actually have to worry about rain in this game, but I do. And now, essentially, you got a flat roof heading into a sort of flat wall there, but oh my goodness, I'm just gonna have to slap this around the back. Like that. That's way better. Way better roof. No, I'm not gonna stress about it as much. Shrink it down a little bit, maybe cut on material costs. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be fine and dandy. Maybe one more. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, as you can see, we got this extra thing. This is the maintenance cost that's going to cost us per month. Which our maintenance isn't too bad right now. But it'll go up. And our labor splendor will also go up. Giving us influence with the labor technology tree. As soon as we get to 10 prosperity at least. And with that we'll be able to tax the peasants. We need an interactive location. Just a little arrow. This isn't anything actually visible. This is more just for the programming. The NPCs that come in will want to go to here and wait in front of your door. I guess we could have them like wait next to the door, facing, somewhat in. So it's like, they're waiting for me. Stuff like that. Do like a chimney. Add a chimney. Over there. Let's keep it somewhat more closer to the front of the building. That way when people are coming in, they want to warm themselves up next to the fire. We can slap on more stuff if we want to, but we don't have to. Because this is the Great Hall of the Parent Manor House. And this is a little confusing for some, but you can build more functions. So like the treasury, and then I can slap on these extra bits. But we don't need to do that right now. We just need a Great Hall right now. And eventually you could turn this manor house into a tax office, as well as some other things, bailiff's office, stuff like that. But that's good right now. With 10 tools out of our 12, we still need to get those carpenters. We got a fisher. And our forester's been built. So now we can tell them to extract in this location. Nice. Remember, just go ham with the extraction. And when you get hunting zones, hunting overrides everything else. As you can see, it just kind of pushes the other guys away. So you ain't got to worry about accidentally extracting there. You just can't do it. You can't do residential in there or anything, so you can just go right up to it. Reforestation, it's a nope. Forbidden, it's a nope. Forbidden land you can do to like paved roads if you want to. But I kind of like the natural sprawl of the NPCs finding their own way around the place. As you can see, we're getting happier and happier people. We're almost content at 50%. We still need some people getting comfort, we still need a church, and we still need some food. But yeah. We can start prioritizing that market there. So we get that built and done with. And now we have the Great Hall built and a bit more progress coming along. At least the main part of the manor house is complete, done. People can enter into it. They have places to stand. The tower isn't yet done, but that's okay. We can now mandate stuff. And as you see, we've acquired a little bit of an upkeep. That makes me nervous. So we gotta levy the people. And levying them makes them upset. It really does. You know, nobody just likes when the government just comes to their door and is like, hey, give us all of your money. We need it. You know, nobody likes that. But it has to be done because I'm nervous about losing money. So we're up to 420 now. That's that smoke number. And it does upset people, but that's okay. Because we have comfort and services coming along short. I guess with everything sprawling the way it is, I can buy some land with that money they gave me. That was 125 coins for that bit of land. And now we can tell all of it to be hunting zone. Just go a little bit ham with it. And now everything else can be just extraction. Blarg. And then we can get a little bit of extra residential space over there. Yeah, something like that. And now we can start building ourselves some hunters' huts. I like to go with like 3 hunters' huts. I don't know like what's the good ratio, but like 3 hunters I feel is a pretty good number to 1 butcher. Make sure you have the door facing. Oh, the Lord isn't gonna like that. Let's move him over here. Lord Mawvin, or Lady Mawvin, isn't gonna like that too much. So we're gonna put the butchery over there. Because, you know, the smell of carcasses and, you know, dead animals does create a bit of a scent. It does take down your desirability a little bit. But it's necessary. Because once the meat is all salted and cured and brought back to the granary, oh, people love it then, don't they? As you can see, the church is coming along nice. It's got all of its materials. It's almost built. We need a door, most importantly. And that means people can now attend church. And our population is 29 currently, and this church can hold up to 45. So in the future, we may have to expand it a little bit. But for now, it's good. While we do some of that, we can build some little decorations. Now, decorations do cost you money to build. But right here, we can build a nice little town square. Just plunk down a little sign there, telling people which way they're going, stuff like that. And since we have pathing sort of the way we do, build some pretty basic fencing. Something like that. With that, we've leveled up our prospects. Now, when it goes red like that, that means I could destroy this building on accident. Which maybe you want to do, to like build your kingdom the way you want to build it. But your people may not like you for doing that. But this guy had to build his house the way he did, so he's getting evicted forcefully. Because I kind of think a nice little graveyard here or something would be pretty nice. What does this courier want? Ah, so we've built the church, and so the clergy's pleased with us, and now that we're at Prosperity 10, we can unlock some stuff for clergy stuff. But we're not going to do that just yet, because that costs money. We're still decorating. So this peasant is going to get his house a little removed. Because I want to build a nice little yard back here. For like graves or something. I think one more would be nice. So what happens? Don't build your house here, nerd. We're gonna give it a little bit of a tilt. Like give it a little curve in. Something like that. Oh, no. Like that. we go. Now we have a nice little churchyard there. Oh, thank you for the money. The kingdom recognizes my efforts. Okay, we gotta earn some influence. So there's events that can happen throughout. But so there's a community of fishermen not too far away. And they want a builder to build them a bridge. Now, my best builder is level 4. So there's a very good chance that the blueprint will be nice and clear. But I could also hire somebody for 50, but that costs money. I don't like the idea of that. So my builder is going to do his best. If he doesn't, he will answer to me. Okay, he's succeeded. Alright, it's all good. What does this person want? Meeting the elders. Oh, the elders are wanting to meet me. And they gave me some tools and some more influence. Oh my, we're really going down the labor tree, aren't we? Got plenty of influence with. We don't need to worry about any of that tutorial stuff. We'll buy our stuff later. Got a nice bit of fencing around the place. Now we can build some nice benches. And you can see a little green arrow in there indicating which way people will be facing when they sit. So we want to put a bench there, and there'll be a little bit in the way, a walkway there, wouldn't it? As you see, they use the benches, which is pretty cool. Can we cram a guy in there? Nah. Okay. And there you go, you got a nice little town square. It only costed us, you know, a good deal of money, but that's okay. Because people are happy now, and we can't be having that. So let's mandate some more money out of them. And in fact, since we have more people now, we can get more money out of them. We don't need to worry about favoring estates right now. Okay. We only have a butchery done, and none of the hunters. So he's going to be able to do nothing. Aha, a warehouse. We have it built. So now with the warehouse, we can assign certain resources like those planks, tools, cloth. We don't really need to worry about stockpiling wood or stone, because stone cutters have their own stockpile, and builders aren't afraid to just pull directly from them. But in like a much larger settlement, you may want to stock them at a warehouse or something. That way they're closer to a builder in case you got a big project being built. And kind of the same with the lumber camp. They'll stockpile it themselves, and builders will just pull directly from there. And same with planks. Builders will just pull directly from there. But planks are a nice resource, because traders will only go to your warehouses or granaries and all that. And so once we establish this trade route, as soon as we get 20 planks into the storage... Ah, the fishermen are thankful that our blueprint was clear, and now they built their thing. So we could stockpile some stone in our storage facilities and then pay them that stone for the bridge. And they'll give us some fish in exchange, but we don't need that. We got fish, we got stone. We don't need to spend our labor influence to get the fish for free. So we could just pretty much dismiss this advice, and there's no real repercussions or anything like that. Now, some events you can't avoid, mostly like some inclement weather. Like it'll be really stormy and your crops won't do as good. But that's going to be way down the line. And kind of running out of time for this video already, because the game is slow. But much like the early access that it's in, it's been here for the long run. And the game does take you a long while, but it's so nice and enjoyable, just for like some mindless, I guess, time-consuming Nothing like you can do this while editing videos. You can do this while doing something else in your house, at least something else at your desk. Sometimes I'll do that while painting miniatures or something. All kinds of stuff like that. Good mindless fun. And if you enjoy the building aspect of it, you could always get some mods that, you know, just infinite your resources or whatever, and you can just spend your time building stuff. Overall, I find it very exciting. I want to get a little bit more done before I just stop it, though, because we haven't accomplished much. Because this game has a whole lot more, as you can tell from this tech tree. Like, you could do some... You could establish some sheep farms, you can establish taverns, wheat farms, and get stonemasons. When you get the bailiff's office eventually, you can prospect these mossy stones here, and they could be like gold, they could be quartz, they could be marble, iron, or just stone. So you don't have to have that stone cutter here, and you can move stone production over here to this, like, have a little mining district or something. All kinds of lovely things like that. And you can move these windows around wherever you need them, in case you want this to be, like, always up there. I don't think you can, like, decrease their size, though. I don't think you can, but, like, you can just move it around wherever you need it to be. But later on, we can build a cooperage. We can get cheese, which cheese sucks. You get, like, I don't know. I don't know the ratios, but, like, man, you just cannot produce cheese for nothing. There's so much more to the game that I'm just not able to show you here in this small allotted amount of time. Maybe I'll continue this on as a series, but it's going to be kind of boring content, so I don't know if it's really worth it. But I'll definitely play it in my own personal time, and I'd recommend others do the same, because if you enjoy this style of game, anyways, because it is slow, but you're in it for the long haul. Just like little one here. Pomelina. Yeah, right. You're not Pomelina. You're Pommel, Toot. I'm running out of creative juice here. This is Master Barkle from Bright Helm Recording, signing